Welcome back to the show, everybody. Yo, WWE Super Showdown. So, one of these again, right? So, previously on Glorified House Show in another country, what happened? Oh, Roman Reigns hit the floor first, technically. Yeah, that was a thing that happened. And now we're taking this show on the road again to a prison colony. This is gonna be good, or maybe not, but we'll see. I watched it. You're here to hear me what I thought about it. Let's just do this, alright? Let's just do this because there was no pre-show, there was no nothing. There were just matches, and lots of them. And we opened our pay-per-view with the New Day once again defeating the Bar because I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know what the hell the New Day's been doing since they won the titles, but they won the titles for a legitimate reason, that being Harper got injured, or that Rowan. I'm not sure. One of them ain't doing nothing, so they did something. They had to get the titles on the New Day. The New Day ain't really been doing nothing for real, and this match was set up long before we had last month at Hell in a Cell, so you knew this was gonna be a blow because it wasn't going no way that the Bar was gonna be booked to win the titles anyway. Regardless of all of that preamble, match was hot. I'm like, given who you got in the ring, it's like, of course, you got Sheamus, you got Cesaro, you got the boy Woods, aka Mr. Up, Down, Down, and Mr. 24/7 Kofi King, so you know it's always going to be some work. So, decent match overall, but let's get back to, telling a story with your champions. It's just a good idea. Speaking of SmackDown and their champions, Becky Lynch is still your champion. By disqualification, of course. Because, the whole that Becky shouldn't be a heel, but she's implying heel tactics, which makes very much sense. Like, the match was good. Including the part, because it's like, the thing I want to say is that I appreciate that Becky's character right now is absorbing all these heel tactics and doing this without being able to sit up here and have to act like a heel all the time, because at this point Becky's only goal is to win at any cost, and if that means walking out the middle of the match, taking my match and saying hostile as beast baby, then that works. What also works is Charlotte almost had her beat, and then more heel tactics of hitting someone with the strap of the belt. We just need to just keep this feud going until ultimately they put the title back on Charlotte for a reason that will make zero sense when it's time for it to make zero sense at all. Great match otherwise, but it's just that, again, because this is what it's supposed to be, it can't be a lot other than what it is because of what it is. You'll see what I mean. There's this dude, his name is John Cena. The streets hate him. He's teaming with Bobby Lashley, who walks around with Leo Rush, who people kind of like. And then there's Elias, who plays songs, and there's Kevin Owens, who's one of the best wrestlers in the world, but lately hasn't gotten a chance to prove it. And they were in the middle of a technical squash match, and at some point, John Cena did a 6-move of doom. I've been watching the build-up to this whole thing on Monday Night Raw, and I wonder why the hell is the thing. Oh, wait. House show in prison colony. Never mind. Just no. Just totally not. It's like, again, like I said, house show in prison colony. That's the answer for everything. Oh, speaking of the answer to your question, is house show in a prison colony? The Iconics beat Asuka and Naomi because, house show in prison colony. The match was a match. That's all I'm gonna say. How about that? That's all I'm gonna say. Styles and Joe. Again, more of this Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio over Dominic on a pole match building, because we ain't got nothing else better for them to do. But regardless of my dismissive nature of it, watching Joe sink to these levels again and again and again has been wonderful to watch. The most important thing through all of this, and this is the most important thing, it's actually great wrestling to back up all the crazy shit that's happened here. Because, see, this would be a whole different story. If AJ and Samoa Joe weren't getting in the ring to entertain us wrestling, if the story wasn't there to back it up, or vice versa. In this instance, It's been there. And this match was insane. They went out there and murdered each other. Joe with repeated uses of the cocaine clutch. AJ just sitting up here hit him with everything. He literally like tried to like make sure that man never walked again. It's like they sat up here and brought the story into the ring. And when you can do that, it ain't really nothing else to say. It's like, my thing is, I'm kind of sad this is over. I'm like, I think maybe they might give Joe another shot, like on a SmackDown, to like blow this off or something. But AJ Styles, as we will see and hear about in a minute, has other things to worry about. But all I can do is that if this is going to be the end of this feud, it's some of the most best stuff WWE's done quite in a while. Even if you really had to go, Joe is this psycho stalker dude who wants to sit up and choke a man to death. But it works. And that's what matters. In a surprising twist, well, not really, Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins beat the Raw Squad. Like, it wasn't the fact of the whole way it ended or the match itself. Is that I appreciate that my girl Liv Morgan got a shot back on Brie Bella, who accidentally knocked her out a couple of weeks ago on Raw. I really appreciate that they really sat up there and they really played that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing is that the Bella Twins just back to just do their little song and dance for Evolution. And that's just what it is. It's going to be nothing else other than that. The Raw Squad, they doing them, and it's like they as a trio do very great things, and they are one of the teams that make me question why there isn't a tag team division for the women. It's like I can kind of understand how that may get a little convoluted a little bit, but given that everybody got a squadron now, and we talked about Asuka and Naomi earlier, the Iconics on SmackDown, things like that, it would be nice for them to have another title to fight over because of the limited nature of what's going on with the SmackDown and the Raw Women's Championship. So there's that. Regardless, that finish was dumb, and like dumb in a great way. Put two people in the submission? I like that. I totally like it. Totally respect it as a finish to the match. But I'm like, even with all of these people in this match was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Is that I kind of had my thoughts because the Bella Twins, anytime in a wrestling ring, you know, it don't go necessarily the way you think it should. But when you got Ronda Rousey, who is slowly improving and becoming what we thought she was going to be, and you got the Raw Squad who always do what they do, wonderful, wonderful things. Oh, remember what we talked about earlier? In house show at a prison colony? Buddy Murphy is your new Cruiserweight champion. However, I am going to say this. That match was amazing. And I'm like, and my thing is, I'm going to be for real live on the mic. I don't really pay attention much to 205 Live and haven't since Enzo left. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since Enzo left, it's not like that the Cruiserweight division didn't carry me. It's just that, like, there are only so many hours in a day and so much wrestling that I am willing to absorb. And it's like, well, I don't have time to watch 205 Live. So it's like, it was kind of decent, you know, when they was on Raw every now and then, they was wrestling and stuff, and then they got shuffled to their own show. This match made me stand up and pay attention to the Cruiserweight division. Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander put on a show. They clowned. And it's like, the thing is that the booking for this was always going to end the same way. Not even because Buddy Murphy is from prison colony, but because the second they said about Cedric Alexander and this streak, you knew it was done. So they really totally, it's like, my thing is, it's like from what I've heard, you know, from the whispers or whatever, they've been really trying to build up Buddy Murphy on 205 like ever since he appeared over there like a couple of months ago. So it's like for him to finally get this shine, you know what I'm saying, at Glorified House Show in Prison Colony, it makes sense. It also makes sense that, you know, that whatever it was that you said that Cedric Alexander did ain't done no more, which is now Buddy Murphy's thing, is that how you gonna, I'm like, given Buddy Murphy's character, and what I do know is that they can build something great about him. But I hear rumors that one of my guys is coming back, and if one of my guys is coming back, I love to see him and them do that. But until that person does what they does, it ain't nothing but rumors. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But regardless, this match made me stand up and made me look like, man, maybe I should try to start absorbing some 205 Live, because I'm like, yo, that match was the sickness. And that's all I really gotta say about that. The Shield, Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre went into a ring and went and did stuff. The Shield won. That's it. Nah, not really. That's not actually it. The thing is that again, this was another match that I was kind of looking at because of the build or whatever, and it's like because of understanding this is Glorified House Show at Prison Colony, of understanding like this match was gonna be what it's gonna be, and you needed something like this. You probably wouldn't have Seth or had that boy Roman defend titles separately in matches. When you can do this, it's like, honestly, and I'm gonna say this because I haven't had the opportunity to. I have had my questions about Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre in the stable. They continue to impress me, but it's like I don't really know how much this really helps the person it should, and that being Braun Strowman. Because see, you have to sit up here and wonder how many times Braun Strowman didn't have the opportunity to win the title and haven't. Is it a fact that they can't trust him to carry the title through a storyline? But Braun Strowman is over on his own. So it's like he probably one of those people that don't really need a title. Or he's someone they can put the title on in a situation where they gotta put the title on somebody. But I don't know if they really gonna have him booked legitimately as a champion. Because it's like if they wanted to, they have had more than one opportunity for him to be for Braun to sit up here to beat Roman or beat Brock to be the champion anytime, and they just sit up here and just like, I don't know. Regardless of such, this match was dumb. I'm like, given like this was technically a continuation of Hell in a Cell, though, it's like it's not surprising, except the part where a grown ass man who milks his cows and fucks his wife kicked down a door to a cell structure. But yeah. I'm like, when there's a triple power bomb and a big giant 350-pound man spears 4 people, okay, lots of super kicks, Superman punches. This was a great match. It was a great match that, honestly, for real, that I was not expecting a whole lot from. In the instance of this is just a blowout because they can't really defend their titles. But yo, when you get wrestlers like that in the ring, they make something, especially when you got cats like Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins who sit up here and some of the best in the world right now. It's just that it's good to see that even though that I kind of was like blowing this off because I just feel like the build, as much as I've appreciated watching this, is that you could have done something maybe different, but what we got was what we got, and it was great, and that's really all it is you can ask for. So when's that Dean Hill turn? We'll see. Oh, I see what you're doing here. Totally. Super totes, see what you're doing. Daniel Bryan loses when it's unimportant. Gets the screw finish when it matters. Slow clap. See, when Daniel Bryan lost at SummerSlam, I kind of saw this coming. I didn't see the mixed tag match anywhere in there. I didn't really see this. But I see it, though. Because something I didn't really think about till like right this moment is this is the perfect way to get the Miz in a title picture on accident purpose. Because I always thought for a while Miz deserved a run, though, for real. Like, for a while. Even through all this, AJ's the champion shit. I really thought that when the Miz moved to SmackDown again, or before that, or any time in between that, because when Miz was champion way back in the day, I'm like, yo, it was a compelling run, and I really feel that he one of the best in the business right now, Doc. Like, for real. The man go out there and perform, and the man is a beast on the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, he do what he do. And it's like, I sit up here and I look at this like, given the ultimate result of this is also happening in glorified house show pay-per-view thing in country that's not America KKK, and it's like, well, But again, like I said, it's like for real. Like I straight up saw this coming. I saw this coming. Like as soon as Daniel Bryan lost at SummerSlam, this was the inevitable ending to this. When it's just a beginning to something, and then, like I say, if this is what it's going to take to get Miz in the title picture, hey, I'm down for it. I'm down for it because he gonna get involved in that title match between him and AJ at Crown Jewel. You already know what's gonna happen. This stuff kind of writes itself. But the thing is that we are in October right now. Is that I don't really think that even given all this is a feud you can carry until March, April. So this has got to end at some point. AJ's got to drop the title to somebody unless he just going to hold the title for forever and ever and ever. Phenomenal. I don't know. There's got to be something here. Something that, because it's like, because the title pitch is that you go up against AJ and you're done. And it's like, it's got to be something. So, given that there's got to be a build between now and ultimately when probably this Daniel Bryan versus The Miz stuff is going to pay off, there's got to be some filler in there somewhere, and we just got to figure that out by sitting back, watching, and staying tuned, and be on the internet and complaining about booking decisions, because that's what we wrestling fans do. Oh, our main event of the evening, Triple H with Shawn Michaels with guest star Mr. Sledge versus The Undertaker and Kane, also starring Mr. Sledge. You really didn't think the best superstar of all time, Mr. Sledge? Y'all didn't know my favorite superstar of all time ain't The Rock. It's Mr. Sledge, dog. Mr. Sledge is a beast. Like Mr. Sledge be putting fools to sleep. Night night, cause he's Mr. Sledge. Jokes aside, I have had my questions about this ever since they announced this as a match. Because, do you know the first thing I thought when you announced this as a match? Sting versus Triple H at that WrestleMania that I will not name because, I don't know, DuckTales, something about rewriting history or something. Look, here is the thing. Given that we got NXT man, Sweet Chin Music guy who loves God, the Dead Man, and Red Hot Mayor, you knew there was going to be fuckery. And this match was full of fuckery. Plenty of it. But that was kind of the point. Here's the thing. The Undertaker, as much as I love him, ain't really got a lot left in it. That's just what it's going to be and what it is. It's the truth. Is that, do I have to mention the umpteenth time that when The Undertaker beat Triple H the last time, The Undertaker should have retired, took his Hall of Fame ring, and just went about his business. And then we have since ruined his character by not only sitting up here letting him get his ass beat by someone who wrestles when they fucking feel like it, and someone no one likes. But again, that second part is not Roman Reigns' fault. That first part is all Vince McMahon being Vince McMahon, and I don't really know. Given all of this information, this match delivered exactly what it was that it needed to. It's like this match is exactly what it needed. And it's like, given the combustible elements in this match and how referees were just strewn all over the place, everybody's favorite homeboy, Mr. Sledge, a couple of chairs, a whole bunch of chokeslams, kicking out of a tombstone, reversing pedigrees, it's what you expect from this. I can't really ask any more than that. Because expecting The Undertaker to put on a classic in this state, not expecting much. Triple H stay fit and then gets in the ring 2-3 times a year just to keep that. Shawn Michaels is like, I'm going to stay retired, and Kane has to sit up here and run the town and hope that Tom Nook don't ask where that money at. It is what it is. It's going to be nothing else. I'm like, my thing is, all I can really say is, like I said, as a fan of all of these wrestlers, because they were the wrestlers that were highlighted when I was coming up for real watching wrestling. To see this now at this point is all I can really ask for. Is that it had everything you needed. Is that they go sweet chin music, interfere, fuckery. Triple H ultimately wins. Then everybody holds hands, sits up her points like you're my guy. Then you get chokeslammed through a table. If you thought that this was the last time ever, that's bullshit. Because this is going to happen at least one more time. Because Shawn Michaels is finna bring his ass out of retirement. And he probably shouldn't do that. But hey, Shawn Michaels is a grown ass man. Like, yo, if he got enough gusto to be in the 6th Marine movie, I think he can handle a wrestling match. So, there it is. This match was exactly what it is that I needed to. And yet, and that point, at the end of the day, bears repeating. That given the combustible elements in this match, and given what it was, and given what it is you could do, given those said elements, I couldn't ask for nothing better than that. So it is what it is. And then at the end is that the complete, total, final exclamation point on this is Triple H gets tombstoned again, and Shawn Michaels get chokeslammed through the announce table. And that's how we ended WWE Wrestles at Prison Colony. Just putting that out there. But y'all, the one and the only, the Triple the G.O.D man, live right here on TGRF TV. I'd like to thank y'all for joining me for another one. But y'all know what to do, because we got more show for you. Sit back, relax, stay tuned. Uncle Triple and the Squadron, we got exactly what you need live on TGRF TV. And with all of this wrestling out of the way and Prison Colony being taken care of, we will indeed be right back after these commercial messages. This love-hate relationship with wrestling has got to stop, but it will never. Regardless of that, more show after these commercial messages.